So one side can continue to dream about the national championship. The other side suddenly, Kirk, their season is over, but it's been a good ride.
Yeah, and I think that's the thing. It's easy to focus on the team that advances, and they should be happy, obviously. They had a great year. They're going to continue to go on. But the team that comes up a little bit short, you can see the emotion down on the field right now. They put so much into this year. Hopefully they'll be able to learn from this and come back even stronger next year.
And that is going to wrap it up. We enjoyed this one here. For Kirk Herbstreit, I'm Chris Fowler, and this has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.
Now you're probably wondering, how did we get here? How did we, the Tennessee State Tigers, led by Cal Gray as offensive coordinator, how did we get to the college football playoff? And how did we end up losing to Oklahoma in the quarterfinal? Well, let's go back in time. So the last time we saw Tennessee State in action, we were dominating the Nevada Wolfpack up there in Reno. And here we are here versus UNLV, also in the Mountain West Conference. So there goes Robinson stepping back to pass, popping it, and somehow, some way, Parks came down with that catch. I have no idea how, but he actually came down with it. Now, UNLV was a tough opponent. There was no question about that. They were surprisingly tough to play against. They wouldn't allow us nothing downfield. They didn't really give us much in the ground game. But there goes AA Eric Avery on the screen pass right there. 1st and 10 right here. Robinson stepping back, popping it. We find Parks once again. And I don't know which one was our best receiver. I couldn't tell if it was Parks. I couldn't tell if it was Redding. But both of them had stellar seasons. Going out for a pass again. This time we're looking for Jalen Redding. He's going to take that thing to the crib. That was one of the few times that we had something deep downfield against UNLV. We did win the game, though. We made a late push in the 4th quarter. And this team was very fun to play with. But for the most part, I wasn't really feeling this version of College Football 25. Yes, it was great to have the game back. Yes, it was great to do Dynasty. I'm just not feeling team builder, man. So when we do the next one, we're just going to do an actual team on the game. Look at that pass right there. Oh, that's Jalen Red. I'm about to say Parks. There goes Red on the catch right there. Then we're going to find him again on his slant pad. He's going to get into the end zone. And we just straight ran UNLV out the game in the 4th quarter, dog. Pass game was strong. Offensive line was doing a great job. Robinson was throwing absolute dots. We beat them 28-13. Great game, especially in the second half, well, mainly the 4th quarter. We didn't really score in the 3rd quarter, but Robinson had a great game, completing over 60% of his passes, 4 tutties on 273 yards. But then we went up against San Jose State, and we took our offense to a completely different level, man. We dominated the Spartans out here clicking from the jump. Look at this pass from Tyreek Robinson to Corey Good right here. That was a beautiful pass. We got into the end zone for the first touchdown in the game. 10-0 lead right here. High snap. Tyreek Robinson under pressure, popping that thing downfield, and we caught another guy. And once again, it's Corey Good on the catch. Another big one. 10-0 lead still, 5 shotgun set, and there goes a touchdown right there to our starting tight end. Finney was very fun to play with. You're going to see me play with a lot of tight end sets when I start this dynasty on College Football 26, and that was a good play right there. Let's go later on, though. Second half, we'll take it back. Late 2nd quarter. Look at that run up the gut right there by Eric Avery, taking that thing to the crib. Touchdown, Tennessee State. We straight dominated the first half, and it wouldn't be no different in the second half, man. But before we get out of the first half, San Jose State has one more hill to climb. The snap right here. Shotgun set again, popping it up the middle. The pass is caught, and we're going to get into the, I thought we got into the end zone right there. That's okay. We got a quarterback draw, and Tyreek Robinson is going to take matters into his own hands. Another touchdown for Tennessee State, and we straight dominating right now, dog. Everything's looking good. We're still undefeated. We're still beating teams, finding ways to win. We go on to the second half, though. We got 3rd and 4 right here. Look at Tyreek Robinson throw that pass downfield to Parks, and he's going to make that catch into the end zone, man. Make that beautiful catch in the end zone, and look at the crowd in the background. They are absolutely hyped. Cheerleaders loving it. We got a 38-10 lead now. And I must say, man, when your offensive line is good, running play actions make life very easy for you. First and goal right here, slant pattern, popping that. That was a tight window, but we got that thing to him. Another touchdown for Jalen Redding. And Tennessee State would dominate the San Jose State Spartans on the final score of 45-13. We did get one more touchdown in the end, a garbage time touchdown, which was pretty good. And we will continue to dominate San Jose State, man. Just straight cook them cats. 313, almost 80% on completions and 5 touchdowns. But then we get a conference game, and we're taking on Albany State. We're on the road. It is rowdy. Whoever wins this game most likely wins the Pac-12. So we start off with trailing now, though, 14-7. But here we go. To the left side right there, Robinson finds an open wide receiver. We found somebody wide open in the flat, and we took advantage. You got to get these passes off quick. 3rd and 10 right here, though. Another play fake. We're under pressure right here. And the combat route in this game is so OP. It is a safety blanket for me specifically. Popping the slant pattern right there. That's another touchdown for Jalen Redding. Jalen Redding should have been up for the Biletnikoff Award. Now, we didn't have any offensive players win any individual awards, but we had a couple of defensive players win individual awards. We had somebody take home Best Defensive End and another person take home Best Defensive Player. And I believe that was Jarius Bolden, if my memory is correct. Popping it to the left side right here, we got Parks with another touchdown catch on a slant pattern. And that was another risky pass, but we had to get it off fast. And as you see there, he's rocking the baby. Now we go for being up 1 to being down by 5, and look at Paul just straight turning on the Jets after the catch right there, getting the ball inside the red zone. This was a really good football game, man, and boy was it stressful. Robinson steps back, pops it, screen pass. That looks like Avery securing the first down. Now we got 1st and goal. Now we got to pop it off quickly to our tight end Finney. He makes the catch for another touchdown, and we got a 1-point lead. It's 27-26. EA's up to their shenanigans again. We're down 34-27 with under 20 to go. Going deep downfield right here, and that pass is caught. What a catch that was right there. Oh my goodness, that looked like Dumas on the catch. Popping it up the middle, and we're going to tie the game right here at 34. EA tried to screw us, but we had other plans, man. We tied the game at 34, and here we are in overtime. We're going to get the ball first, and we give it to our backup running back. He gets it to the end zone. That's Xavier Bowen on the run right there. He's going to give us a 1-possession lead, but of course, not only does Albany State score on their possession, get a touchdown it is, but they get a field goal on their last possession, and that was another risky pass, but Finney held on to that one. So now we got 1st and 10 right here, popping it up the middle. The pass is caught, and we got the ball inside the 5-yard line with a chance to win the game. Hand it off to Bowen, and he ends the game right there up the gut. Touchdown Tennessee State, and we have the Pac-12 title won. All we got to do now is go to Tuskegee and beat them. What a game this was. A 47-44 win for them Tennessee State Tigers. Tyreek Robinson is absolutely hyped. The whole team is absolutely hyped. Look at that. 429, 5 tutties, 68% completion percentage, man. What a game that was. So now we're here in Tuskegee, Alabama, and we're taking on the Tuskegee Golden Tigers. And Parks is starting off where he left off from last week. Look at that juke move after the catch, getting that thing into the end zone. This man right here is no doubt NFL bound. We take the lead. Going later on, 2nd quarter. Play fake right here. And once again, this is probably my favorite play in this game so far. We got the ball inside the 5-yard line. Rating on that catch. Passing it up the middle right here. That's another touchdown for them Tennessee State Tigers. And that looks like Omarion Dukes once again, or Dumas, my bad, posing that Heisman on him. We got a 14-3 lead. Tennessee State is on the verge of going undefeated, but Tuskegee will make this a 1-point game until this play right here. Look at that pass right there by Tyreek Robinson. Finding an open man. He straight beat that defender. Touchdown Tennessee State, and we're going to get a 21-16 lead. So now back into the red zone we go. Popping at the Parks. That's his 2nd touchdown catch of this game, man. Beautiful execution by Tennessee State, and he is straight loving it right there. So we will go to Tuskegee. We beat them 28-23. and we would win the Pac-12 title just like that. And we finished the season undefeated, getting ready for that college football playoff spot. 268, 66.7%, 4 tutties for Tyreek Robinson. So there it is right there. It's official. We are the Pac-10 champions. You see the Heisman watch list right here. We had a cat from Alabama State on that Heisman watch list. He was balling out this season. So Cade Klubnik wins the Heisman. And here goes Will Wolfork winning Best Defensive Player. Oh, my bad. Will Wolfork also won Best Defensive End. Okay, cool. That's what's up. So there it is. It's official. We're in the college football playoff. We're taking on the Cincinnati Bearcats. We're the 7th seed. They're the 10th seed. Meaning what? We're back at the crib. This will be our official last home game of the season. But it's for a bigger task. This is for the national championship. And we got to make sure we stay alive. So as you see here, we started off on fire, man. Parks getting into the end zone. The offense is straight cooking right now. Defense doing their thing. And right now, nothing could go wrong. But look at this. Cincinnati's back in the game. So Tyreek Robinson's going to pop it downfield. The cross patterns in this game are absolutely amazing, dog. That was a great pass. Robinson stepping back again. Shotgun set. Rolling out to the left. Throws it off his back foot. The pass is caught. And there goes Jalen Redding once again, getting that ball inside the 10-yard line. He should have been an All-American. Don't care what nobody says. Give it to Eric Avery. So not only was Avery a 1,000-yard rusher, he was also top 5 in touchdown runs this season. It's 1st and 10 right here. We're up 2 possessions, and we're going to throw that thing up the middle. That pattern actually worked. Usually the safeties cut that route and pick that ball off, but it actually worked right there. So we increase our lead to 35-14, I believe it was. And there goes our last touchdown of this game. And we would move on to the quarterfinal. We get Cincinnati up out of here 41-14. Great game that was, man. Absolutely excellent performance by Tennessee State. We straight balled out from the start. Robinson once again with 304, almost 60% completion, 3 tutties. But then we got to go to the Fiesta Bowl in Arizona. We got the Oklahoma Sooners. And we saw some promise in this team. It started off rough first quarter, but then we kicked it up with this slant pattern. And that looks like Corey Good once again getting into the end zone. He was balling in the first half. Oklahoma came back and took the lead though. But then we're going to find Redding right here, and he's going to get that thing down the right sideline inside the 1-yard line. And then from there, on 2nd and goal, we give it to Bowen, take it up the gut, find an open gap, get through defenders, and get that thing into the end zone. And he's saluting Tennessee State. Is determined to get to the semifinal. Tied at 14. We have some action right here. We got action up the middle right here, so we're just going to make some changes. Robinson calling the hot routes. There goes the snap right there. And he's going to pop it deep downfield to the left side. And that right there is Parks on the catch. And please believe, if an NFL team don't come calling this season, they will come calling next season. Parks is him. Hand it off right here to Eric Avery. He's going to bully his way into that end zone. And we get the lead. So Tennessee State once again taking the lead. But here come the Sooners. They're going to come right back in this game, starting right here. A bad read right here. The ball is jumped by a linebacker, and he takes that thing back to the crib, and now we got a tie game. 39-yard pick six, and the Oklahoma Sooner fans are going absolutely nuts. Very next possession, Tyreek Robinson redeems himself, finding Parks downfield again, getting the ball inside the 1-yard line. We got a chance to take the lead once again. Snap right here, Robinson popping it. Oh, take that back. He's taking it into his own hands, gets tackled near the 1-yard line, and we're going to hand it off to Bourne once again. He's going to get into that end zone for another Tennessee State touchdown. This was needed because now we need our defense to get a stop and give us the ball back, but they couldn't. So it's tied at 28. Robinson stepping back, popping it, doesn't see the defender. And right here, I paused the game to reflect on my life and ask myself, is this really worth it? So the pass gets picked off, and that's going back for a pick six. Parks cannot take him down. And now we got 4th and 5 with the season on the line, and we have to convert this to keep the game going. And that's a wrap. We lose to Oklahoma. We're going home. 35-28 loss. Those pick sixes were absolutely dreadful, dog. I was so hurt. And this cat right here had a hell of a game. 5 receptions, 144 yards, and 2 tutties. Good game for Oklahoma. They advance. We're going home, going back to the drawing board. Now, we're going to continue Kyle Gray's coaching career on College Football 26. But instead of doing team builder, because I hate that, you don't get a presentation. They don't say the names. They don't even acknowledge the team in the rankings. They just have a blank. They don't even have the logo of the team on there. That's absolutely ridiculous. But join us for College Football 26. We're going to be teaming up with a former HBCU coach. Thank you for watching. Peace.